Welcome to the Nerds of Comedy. This is the show where comedians give their takes on classic and cult TV shows and movies. Today, we are coming to you once again from the Charleston Comedy Festival in Charleston, South Carolina. And we're going to be talking about a cartoon, or rather, many cartoons. Joining us today to talk about these cartoons is Alex Weller. Alex, you can find her on the Push Comedy Theater stage. She's also a member of Kamikaze, a sketch comedy group. Links in the description down below. And finally, we unfortunately butcher the name of Fritz Frayling. He is the director of these cartoons we're about to talk about. We massacre his name, and for that I apologize. Alex apologizes. We are dumb comedians. What can you expect? Now that that's out of the way, get ready as the Nerds of Comedy present to you the Pink Panther. Welcome to the Nerds of Comedy. We are here at the Charleston Comedy Festival in our lovely Airbnb.
It's really nice.
It is really nice. With Alex Weller from Kamikaze Sketch Comedy.
Hi, that's me.
We're doing something a little bit different today.
Yes.
Initially, we were going to do Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
However, and we were looking for it on my Plex to watch one night after the shows.
Yeah, but it's so long. It's very long.
Very, very long. And that led us down a Peter Sellers rabbit hole to the Pink Panther,
Yes.
which you have never seen.
I have not seen the actual movies.
We must find that woman.
Right. And then we realized that that was also going to be too long.
Way too long. And no cartoons.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You had never seen the Pink Panther cartoon, which had spun off of the Pink Panther movie, was in the opening credits. So we decided we're going to do an episode about the Pink Panther cartoon.
Yes.
Because Alex had never seen the Pink Panther cartoon.
And now I'm in love, if I'm being honest.
Although I do realize now that the amount of Pink Panther cartoons we've watched probably equaled
About a movie.
a movie.
Yeah.
So we could have done the other two. But this is way more fun.
Yeah, and cuter.
Yes. So talk to us about the Pink Panther. Who or what is the Pink Panther?
Well, the Pink Panther is a Pink Panther, and he does a lot of things. I guess he's homeless, but he owns a diamond mine, but he is just trying to eat and get a nap, kind of.
Yeah, I would say if you had to sum up the Pink Panther, he's just trying to make it through the world.
He really is.
He's just trying to make it through his day.
He wants the simple things in life. He doesn't want a lot. He just wants turkeys and beds.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just the basic needs, just like food and shelter. So the first Pink Panthers. So they made a bunch of theatrical shorts after the success of the Pink Panther movie and the opening credits. The first one came out in 1964.
Yes, the Pink Fink.
The Pink Fink, which won an Academy Award. And all these are very kind of simple premises.
Exactly, yeah. Like the Pink Fink, a painter comes to, I guess, the house he's living in.
Or apartment, I'm not quite sure. It never really explained. Everything is a little abstract in the Pink Panther's world.
And the painter, or the little man, is just trying to paint the house blue, and Pink Panther, of course, wants it to be pink, and they go back and forth, and using that wonderful Pink Panther tune.
Yes, the Henry Mancini tune, which is through pretty much the first 7 or 8. They started it changing up a little bit later on.
Yeah, I think it was the fourth one they did a little bit different with the sky.
Yeah, and we'll get to that one in a second. So all these are very simple games. So yeah, Pink Panther wants his house pink. The painter wants it blue. And it's just comedy of
Back and
errors
forth
along the way. And yeah, you saw, I think he's called the Little Man. So the main antagonist in a lot of the Pink Panther movies is just this really short guy with a giant nose.
A very big nose.
Who has all sorts of different occupations. He's
a painter.
A janitor.
A drunk guy.
Yeah, a drunk guy, which we'll get to. That's another. So that was 1964. The second one, which also released in 1964, The Pink Pajamas, is where Pink Panther breaks into a guy's house.
Oh, yeah, and he thinks he's having drunk hallucinations.
Yeah, the house owner comes home after a bender and, thinks he has drunk hallucinations to the point where he calls his AA sponsor.
Yes.
who once also he sees the Pink Panther resorts back to drinking, which if you think about it is really
kind of depressing.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's 1964 and Mad Men, and drinking was a lot cooler back then. Not that it's not now. I mean,
drinking's pretty cool.
We did watch all these, half in the bag. So do not take any of our facts today as gospel.
Yeah.
We've done a little hungover Wikipediaing, but that's about it. One thing that drew you into these was the music that we talked about. How come?
Well, I'm really into music. Like I was in orchestra for a while. We played the Pink Panther, but it's so simple. It's easy to follow along as somebody watching the cartoon because you're like, okay, I know what's the sneaking up part, and I think it's just like simple and comedic.
Yeah, and I would say this director,
Fins Frigel.
We'll put his name up. We actually you know what? Here, no, I'm not even gonna bother to Wikipedia. Fizz, I feel really bad because we just
talked about it. I think it's Frizz Fengel.
Sure, we'll go with that. We'll just go with Fizz for
and
right
Holly Pratt.
Yeah, well, you knew Holly Pratt, the co-director, for some reason. But he got to start out in the Warner Brothers cartoons, and did a lot of Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam. But one of his big things that he was really known for was animating to music, which you see a lot in these Pink Panthers that. The score really kind of reflects the action as opposed to other cartoons of the time where the music is just underneath for the sake of being there. It doesn't really add to the story.
I feel like the music is such a strong element, and when they kind of break away from it in the later cartoons, I feel like it isn't as genuine. Yeah,
so they did that, I think, in the 4th episode, which
I think that one worked.
So they actually incorporated the Inspector Clouseau theme, also from the original Pink Panther movie. So that was kind of cool, and that was a safe cracker is trying to break into a safe that the Pink Panther just happens to be living.
He just lives in the safe?
Yeah. He's had a rough life, this Pink Panther.
Yeah, things we know about the Pink Panther. He lives in a house. He lives in a safe.
Yeah.
He owns a diamond mine. He wears clothes. He always carries a shovel.
And a great gag that they do a couple times throughout is when it's time for bed, he
takes his little pajamas off, or he takes his clothes off.
Yeah, or
his
skin.
Yeah, he takes his skin off.
Except that he's just then still wearing his skin underneath. It's a really kind of bizarre bit, but for somehow it works.
Yeah, we wouldn't want him to be naked on television. So.
No.
Or movies.
Or either. Yeah, so these eventually got incorporated into the Pink Panther cartoon show that came out in the 60s and 70s, late 60s and early 70s. But this one, also about the Pink Panther, is they're silent. Nobody really speaks.
Yeah, it's all music.
For the first 4 episodes, I would believe. And then we get to the 5th one.
Where it goes to Crazy Town.
It really does go to Crazy Town, where now the Pink Panther is being hunted by a Texan big game hunter.
Yeah, for an ark.
Yeah, that's his way of killing as many animals as possible. He builds an ark and then papers the jungle with flyers saying that a big flood is coming, so all the animals can go to the ark, so he can just kill them all in there, and the last one on his list is
The Pink Panther.
But this is the first one where somebody's actually speaking throughout the entire short, and then finally the Pink Panther speaks for the first time.
Why can't man be more like animals?
And he has a very kind of like...
A British accent?
It's a British accent. I was going to say a feat, but not really. Supposedly, Rich Little, who's a famous comedian and impressionist, did the voice. And they were trying to channel David Niven, who was the star of the original Pink Panther.
Oh.
A very kind of classy British actor. But it's very kind of jarring.
Yeah. It doesn't really work because, like, I feel like the game hunter's just trying to make jokes the whole time, and we don't see the Pink Panther until the end, really.
Yeah, he's not really a main factor
and
in his story. He kind of pops up here and there, but that's about it. I would say these kind of... So we're only got to be talking about the first 10 shorts. Because
for now.
For now, yeah. Because they were all directed by Fizz.
Fengle and Holly Pratt sometimes.
Yeah. So we're only going to do the first 10, but I would say those, like, the middle, like, 5 through 7 or 8, we have our cheat sheet right here.
In pink writing, of course.
Yes, of course. They start playing with the formula a little bit. They bring in a narrator.
Yeah, a narrator for 2 episodes.
Yeah, for one where he's a spy, the other where he just wants to take a nap.
Yeah.
And the narrator is chastising him for...
Sleeping, I guess, enjoying his weekend. And then they throw in a laugh track, too.
A power sword, eh? That makes sense. Know how to operate one?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they throw in a laugh track. It's very odd, and I would say also in these episodes, previously the Pink Panther is always kind of like the one coming out on top. He's the Jerry in all, like the Tom and Jerry situations. Like all the bad things always happen to Tom. In these situations, all the bad stuff is happening to the Pink Panther. One, he's a spy, and he keeps on getting bested by.
Yeah.
Even when you think there's one scene where the spies dig a giant hole in front of his front door and place it with alligators. And he is being chased by a spy. They're hoping to chase him into this pit full of alligators, but he's able to sidestep it, and the spy falls in. So you think, oh, good, he's won one. But then an alligator climbs out of the pit and drags the Pink Panther into the pit of alligators. So he's never winning in these kind of like middle episodes.
Yeah.
But then eventually he comes back with a vengeance in Pink Ice.
Oh, yeah, Pink Ice, where he's talking the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. He has, again, a very British...
Oh, and he has his little smoking jacket
and an ass cat, and he owns a diamond mine.
Yeah, he really changed statuses in all of those episodes.
Yeah, he really does.
By any chance, have you seen any gophers with diamonds in? They just could be trying to hide something.
And this one is interesting, and I actually, despite him talking, one of the antagonists, one of the rival diamond mines' last name is Devereux, which turns out he was my uncle.
Oh my God!
My uncle, owned a diamond mine.
Well, not very many diamonds. The Pink Panther took them all. But...
Right. To be fair, it seemed like they were the Pink Panthers first. Like Mike Devereux was clearly the bad guy in this. And then we come to the end, which is Fritz's last was the Pink Tail Fly, which...
Ooh. They went back to the original format. Nobody's talking.
No talking. It's all music.
And it's all Pink Panther music.
Yeah. A little bit different, and then the one that he is... Like, molested is not a good word.
No, I feel like antagonized by a fly.
Yeah, a fly, yeah.
He doesn't touch him inappropriately.
Yeah, you know what? Antagonized is a much better word than molested. So antagonized by this fly. But again, it's one of those weird ones where he's being booed on the entire episode.
I felt like it worked because they were going back and forth a little bit better.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They each had their own, small victories throughout. Although I think the fly eventually wins at the end.
He does. He's watching the TV and eating all the chips and stuff. But in the beginning of that episode, the poor Pink Panther, he's got like these bloodshot eyes. He's just been eating garbage and just trying to sleep.
Yeah. All he wants to sleep.
He's in a low spot.
He is. He starts counting sheep.
Oh, and they're the cutest little sheep. And he counts all these sheep, and then they fill up, and then there's too many sheep. He shoos them away. Then there's a little baby sheep hiding underneath his
pillow.
Oh.
So we asked this of all our guests. So for people who haven't seen the Pink Panther, or probably haven't seen the Pink Panther since they were kids, the cartoon series, not the movie, which we will get to eventually, why should they seek these out on YouTube?
I think they should seek them out. One, the Pink Panther is adorable. He
Yes.
is so cute and funny. And, I mean, he's not a good guy, but he's not a bad guy. So he's very relatable, I think, as a human.
Yeah, we were nerding out last night talking about it in like D&D terms. Like, I think he's chaotic good.
Yeah.
But again, it's been a while since I played D&D.
I've never played it. I'm not a nerd. Just a nerd of comedy.
But I would say you are nerd enough that you've gone online and taken what's my alignment quiz.
Just in case I become a nerd.
Yeah.
I got to prepare.
You have it in your back pocket. All these are on YouTube. It is kind of, again, a fun character, kind of like a throwback. A lot of these to the silent movie era where everything is done just with music.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it's really stylistic too, with all like the different layers of the cartoon, I guess, if that makes sense.
The background is very usually very stark. It's very minimalist, I would say. It's really good. I would say some of the later episodes, once they get to the diamond mine and things like that. But for the most part, very minimalist. Like there'll just be a door. There's like nothing surrounding the door. Yeah, it's actually really kind of visually. It's really kind of cool looking. And occasionally he smokes a cigarette with a very long cigarette holder.
Yeah, he looks super cool when he does it.
He does. He's one of those things like, I'm not a smoker.
But I would if the Pink Panther was there.
Yeah, if I was like hanging out with the Pink Panther, I was like, that cat looks cool. So, don't smoke. Unless you do it with a long cigarette holder with a smoking jacket and ascot. Then it's acceptable.
That's okay. Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much, Alex.
Yeah, this was fun.
Check out Kamikaze. They're going to be by the time this airs, it'll be before the Savannah Comedy Festival?
Yeah, we're in Savannah Comedy Festival, and if it's later, we'll be in the North Carolina Comedy Festival, so you can find us there.
Savannah Comedy Festival, the end of... This is actually way early for us.
Yeah, it's 7 a.m. here.
Yeah.
No.
But it's still early. It's still before noon, which is never a good sign. Savannah Comedy Festival is in September.
No.
I mean, February. Norfolk Comedy Festival is in September. Maybe you'll be in that one.
Fingers crossed.
I know the guy who runs it, so we'll see what happens. And then the North Carolina Comedy Festival, which is when?
That is the March 20th through 22nd.
You can find out about Alex and Kamikaze in the links below. I will do the links to a couple of these Pink Panther cartoons because they're all on YouTube, so check those out as well.
Yeah, and they're all amazing,
They
except for a couple.
Yeah, I would say, what is it? You can go ahead and skip Pink Finger. Shocking Pink, the one with the laugh track. Yeah,
it's not. It would be funny without the laugh track, but then you don't want to laugh because you're hearing the other laughs.
You still have that schmarmy narrator.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like people telling me what to do.
No.
Yeah, so skip that one. You don't need to watch that one. I'm Sean Devereux.
And I'm Alex Weller.
We are the Nerds of Comedy.
Nerds of Comedy.
Yeah, catch you next week.